We had already seen how to design a state feedback controller for linear time invariant system. And once we did that, we were basically, when we did that, we were aiming to stabilize the closed. We were aiming to stabilize the closed loop system. Okay. So in the state feedback controllers that we have designed, what we do, we normally set u equal to minus kx. You can choose u equal to kx as well. When you do u equal to minus kx, the closed loop system becomes autonomous system, and it looks like x dot is equal to a minus bk multiplied by x. Okay, but the point here is, to design state feedback controllers, you need to know the state vectors at each instant of time. You need to know the entire state vector. Okay, but the knowledge of the entire state vector might not be available. Okay, because either we are not able to measure it, or measurement is not possible because the sensors are costly, which cannot be afforded, or the sensors are not available. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to estimate the state vectors from the available information. Now, what is the available information? Is the output, basically the quantity that we can measure, and the input that is being given to the system. Now, to be able to do this, we need the system to be observable. Okay, and we had seen that the observability of a system, of a causal LTI system, essentially depends on the A matrix and the C matrix of the state space representation. Okay, please note that if a system is observable, then in any state space representation the system will remain observable. If the system is unobservable, then in any state space representation of the same system, the system will remain unobservable. Okay, now there are two ways in which the states can be estimated. One is you use a open loop state estimator, and second, you use a closed loop state estimator. Okay, so now let's understand what these exactly are. So suppose you have a causal LTI system with you as shown here, and let's say that the pair AC is observable. Okay, we need to estimate X from the output Y and the input U that we have in hand. Now let's say that somehow we are able to manage, we are able to find out what the initial state x0 is. Okay, so if you know the initial state x0, and if we construct a system which is having the system matrices same as the actual system in hand, which is basically represented by the system 2 here, then what we can say is the x hat is a estimate of the actual state vector that we have, and y hat is the estimate of the output. Okay, now we know that such systems have mathematically unique solutions, right? So if we set the initial condition or the initial value of x hat to be exactly same as the initial state vector of the actual system, then as time progresses, for the same input as into the actual system, this virtual system too will have its state vector x hat evolve, and this state vector x hat at every point of time will be identical to the state vector of the actual system. So this virtual system that we have constructed, we can actually take out the information of x hat, because this is the system that we have programmed on a computing device, or we have basically constructed it out of a physical system which resembles this, and so on. Okay, so we'll exactly have the knowledge of x hat. Okay, so if we represent it in the block diagram form representation, the actual system is in the red box, and the estimator that you are seeing is actually in the green box. Okay, so it's the ABCD that is the same, and if you notice, the integrators essentially have the same x0 as the input. So basically what is happening is you are initializing the estimator with the same initial value as that of the actual system. Okay, so that is why you are able to take a very good guess of what x is going to be. Okay, this is coming because of the uniqueness of the solution. Now what will happen if, when you are setting the initial condition of this virtual system, there is a slight deviation from what it actually should have been? I mean, this can come out because of some numerical computational numerical errors that might have creeped in when you are calculating the initial state of the actual system, or due to some measurement error probably. So when you set the initial value of the virtual system, you might be trying to set it exactly equal to the initial state of the actual system, but you might not be able to do it. Okay, so there might be still some error. So what I'm saying is, what if x at 0 is not exactly x0, but x0 plus some epsilon. Epsilon can be small enough. Okay, now this will have repercussions in the sense that x hat may start deviating from x. So your guess may start deviating from what actually, or how actually the states are evolving by a large factor, and this depends on what is the system matrix A that you have in hand. Okay, now why is this deviation there? Because there is no correction that you are basically applying to the estimate that you are doing. You just assume that the initialization of the virtual system was exactly equal to the initialization of the actual system, and hence whatever way your states are evolving in the virtual system, it will be identical to the evolution of states in the actual system. But that is not true, because a small error would have encroached into this initialization. Okay, so how do you actually correct for it? Now, since the system is observable, the output of the actual system actually has some information, or has information about the states of the system, and it is this output that you actually can measure. So this information is already there with you. Now from the virtual system also, you have a estimate of the output, which is y hat. Okay, and this y hat encodes the or has the information of the guess of the state vector x hat, right? So the output of the actual system has information of the state vector of the actual system, and the output of the virtual system, or the estimator that we have constructed, has the information of the estimate of the states. Okay, so if there is any error between the guess and the actual states, then there would be some error between the output and the output of the actual system and output of the estimator or the virtual system that we have here. So if we compare the error, if we compare the two outputs here and generate an error and use this error for correcting, for taking a corrective action in the guess, then it is possible to derive our states estimate to the actual states that we have. Okay, of course, with the linear systems, as time progresses, the guess and the actual states will come closer and closer to each other. So the error keeps on reducing, and it will tend towards zero. Okay, so what is the modification that we need to do? So if you recall, the red box is the actual system, and the green box was the open loop state estimator. Okay, so the previous virtual system that we saw was open loop state estimator. There is no correction that was involved there. Now what we do is, we take the actual output and the estimated output, compare them, generate an error, and pass it through a gain matrix. Let us call this at L. This is the observer gain matrix. Okay, the estimators are also popularly known as observers. The observer gain matrix, and after a signal conditioning of the error through this L, okay, what we do is, we feed back it to the update of x hat dot. So the error that we have accounted for will be used in correcting how x hat is evolving. So we feed it back to the update of x hat dot. Okay, now this is what makes it a closed loop estimator. So if there is any deviation now, you can actually do this, and this gives you a benefit. Is, if the L is designed properly, then x hat will tend towards x as time approaches infinity. So over a period of time, you will see that x and x hat will have come closer. Also, you need not have the knowledge of what was the initial state of the actual system, which basically means that this observer can be initialized at any initial value that you want. Okay, so to achieve all this, you need to carefully design what L is. So if we represent this closed loop estimator in terms of a differential and algebraic equation, if you observe x hat dot is equal to a x hat plus b ut, this is similar, the first part is similar to what we have for the actual system. In addition to this, we have L multiplied by, so the gain matrix L that you saw multiplied by y minus y hat, which is the error between the outputs. Okay, and y hat remains as c x hat plus d ut, which is same as the output structure that you have for the actual system. Okay, this observer here is also known as the Leuenberger observer, and is a very popular observer that is actually used. Uh, Now, as I said, that the L has to be carefully designed so as x hat converges towards x, otherwise x hat can diverge away from x. Okay, so we have to make the closed loop estimator stable. Okay, so as that the error converges to zero. Okay, we'll discuss this in the forthcoming lectures. We'll stop here now. Thank you.